I got so distracted, I forgot that I was supposed to actually jump on the camera. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is July 10th. Is that right? July 10th? But here we are, and if you haven't been here before, we have been building an Alexa chatbot for the past, I don't know, week or two? Probably a week and, like, let's call it like 9 days. Um, and I'm working on something kind of cool, something special right now, which is giving everybody the ability to gamble on, not real gambling, right? Everything we're building here, this whole casino chatbot, is fake money. It's all made up, unreal funds that are available to you. And so I probably should start by getting right into, like, how does all that stuff work? So let me do this first. I'm going to jump over to my machine, which I should actually plug in. That's a really good idea when you're trying to stream stuff. Kevin, I don't think that's going to work right now. I'm in the process of making that awesome. Good morning, Kevin. But before we're done with this session today, it will be working and it will be super cool. So I'm going to jump over to my laptop now, maybe? Maybe that's a thing I can do? Once we get everything in place on screen, it's all freaking out because we don't need this at all. Trying to get things in a good position here. Come on, Macintosh, work it. We're so close. So close to good, and yet not. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do this, and now you can see my machine. And the first thing that I want to do is give a quick kind of demonstration of what you can do and how this stuff works. I see we already got a good number of people here this morning, so I'd love to be able to let you guys play with some of this stuff. And sometimes it's just helpful to see how it works. So we have, like I said, we have a casino. The way the casino works, the way you earn money, because this isn't a real money thing at all, is that you can just come in and you can participate in the chat room. Just by participating in the chat room, by posting messages, like Kevin Evans has done, you earn a coin for every message that you post. And so, let's turn that off. And you earn a coin for every message that you post in the chat. So it's a great way to give you a reason to participate in the chat, have a conversation, let us know who you are, that you're here, what you're working on, all that kind of cool stuff. And once we've done that, once we have some currency, right? Once you've earned a few dollars, then you can do things like poker, and you can specify how many of your coins you'd like to wager. In this case, I said 5, and you can see that, boom, I lost 5 coins on the casino because I didn't hit anything in that round of poker. So that's kind of the idea. We have poker, we have roulette. So you could say, like, I want to bet 5 on red. And that will allow us to do that. And then, looks like I lost on that one too. And then finally, we can say slots, because we also have a slot machine. And so, good morning, Mr. Smoofy. Welcome here on a Friday. Thank you for joining me. But those are the 3 games that are available to you individually. You can just play those games anytime you'd like, roulette, poker, and slots. I am in the process right now of working on another thing, which is going to be competitive rock, paper, scissors, I guess is what we'll call it. I had this idea last night. I started working on it this morning. I'm almost done, but I think we're actually just going to jump right into the code and continue working on that, because the normal rock, paper, scissors that we have, as Kevin Evans discovered, is currently broken because I'm in the process of making it cooler. So, with that being said, I think we'll just get right into some code and we can do it. It should also be said that there is an entire new set of commands that are available. Let me walk you guys through some of those, just so you can see some of the stuff that's here and available. So if we look at our commands, you can see that you can always type in balance, and this will let you see what your current balance is. Bet is only applicable sometimes when we have what we call a group game going on. So that's either a game of craps or a game of like a group game of roulette, and we saw some of that on Wednesday. You can see what the commands are by just typing commands. I probably should blow this font up a little bit for you, huh? You can see what the commands are by just saying !commands. Then you can start your own private craps game with craps. I'm not fully done with that, but it's working. When you want to end your craps game, you can just say end game, and that will do that. One of the other things that I thought was kind of cool is that sometimes people get in a tight spot with their money. Like if I look at my balance, you can see that my current balance is 99,000 coins. Now, I own the database, so I can do that. But for anybody else that's looking to see their balance, you can just type in !balance, and you'll be off and running like Mr. Smoofy. Now, I feel bad for Mr. Smoofy. He only has 11 coins. So one of the things that I can do as a good participant in this economy is I can say, give Mr. Smoofy 1,000. And I just gave him a gift of 1,000 coins. And so you can now see that Mr. Smoofy, if he checks his balance again, which hopefully he will do because I asked him to, now he has 1,000 additional coins. So this is something that we can all do very easily. If anybody feels like they want to donate some coins to someone else, they can. One of the other things that I want to do with the Give campaign is also reward you in some way. I don't know what that is, but I think that like there might be a second currency that is karma. I don't know what it's going to be called. Yeah, we'll have to think on that. But basically, when you give your coins away, you earn this other currency, and this other currency will unlock things or something. I don't know what the right answer is, but that's a way for you to be generous with your chatmates. So Give works. You can all do it. You'll notice that my balance didn't go down. Yeah, it is similar to what BeginBot does. He has this entire amazing economy. I don't even want to consider that I'm trying to do something as well as he does, because he has some amazing things going on with his chatbots. But it felt like, as I was allowing you to give coins to other people, that there should be some reward for you to do with that. So anyway, so that's kind of what's going on here. Kevin Evans, I hooked you up because you had such a bad day on Wednesday, so I gave you a couple bonus coins. At some point, I'm going to stop messing with production, and you guys will just be on your own. But for now, I was having a little bit of fun and saw Kevin's balance and said, man, we could probably help him out. So any of you can donate your coins to someone else. You just have to give their username, and it just goes. It removes it from your account and gives it to someone else. So that is the current state of things. Okay, so that's Give. I wanted to talk about Give. And then we have Pay Table. So if you want to see what the odds are on the games, you can say things like Pay Table Poker. Kevin Evans just gave Gold Zulu. Wait a second. It didn't take your money away. Did I not do that properly? If I go to Give, I might have commented it out. No, why didn't it take your if your name is not in that list, then withdraw. Yeah, it might be better as odds. You're right. Man, I gotta figure something out here. We're gonna just do this because I've broken something. Well, let's do it this way actually. I'll take this line and this line, and I'll just make myself adhere to all the rules. There we go. Yeah, you can't give more than you have, and a couple people got away with some sneaky gifting there, but I was trying to build in a rule that basically said if I give coins, then it's not an issue, and I think I'll just change that for now. So now this, instead of this, I'm going to say if context, username, Jeff Blankenburg. We'll just do that. I want to be able to do this so that the other people that are running this on their channel can donate money to others. But for now, this will work. Okay, so now I've just included only myself. And why doesn't that like that? Oh, because I forgot another curly. I think you're wrong, Mr. Smoothie. I don't think that I want doesn't equal, but it's a good idea. I like it. So that should all work now. We should be able to say, well, I can't say it because I'll be able to give anybody money, but I could also give myself money. That's pretty funny. You can give yourself money. It will withdraw and deposit money into your account, but it'll end up being the same amount. All right. So, yeah, no @ symbols, just the name. I probably should handle the @ symbol, but all right, great. You guys can give each other money. You still can't do invalid things. You have to give an amount that you possess. I've also gone through and fixed some things where your balance isn't really your balance anymore. This is kind of behind the scenes stuff. Your balance is actually... nice try, Gold Zulu. Nice try. I like it. I like the enthusiasm. I've got you covered. I have written tests. I've written all sorts of stuff to make sure that you guys aren't going to break my... is this a valid amount? See, I had give 21. You have 1021. Oh, I might be just... you should check your balance again, Mr. Smoofy. Let's see. Return... User... You have... Yeah, I need to do... That's a typo, actually. This needs to be this. Whoop. I just broke everything. Sorry. Boop. Why is it doing that? I want target record. And I want that to go right here. There we go. Oh, you're totally right. You're totally right. I was only withdrawing for myself. I thought someone was joking earlier when they said doesn't equal, but they were totally right. Okay, so that's that. I think it'll work now, and it should have the right balance and stuff also. It looks like I was pulling your old balance that I had, like, I called the database to get your user record and do all that stuff, and then I was telling you what your balance was before. So now, Mr. Smoofy, if you give somebody 10 coins, it should withdraw it from your account. What? Oh, it is working. Okay. Good, good, good. I saw the... Why does it say, Mr. Smoofy, that you have 2564 coins available? Let's see. You gave it a balance. Oh, because I need the withdraw. How am I going to do that? Okay. Let user record equal nothing. And then this user record here. And this. I'm giving you the balance of the other person. That's my mistake. Else user record equals user. Okay. And then this needs to be user record. Okay. Better. 5 times 3. It probably just did 5. I'm sure it's parse inting that and just doing 5. But here, let's look at that. Amount, because we do a bunch of stuff on that. Let's do a parse int on that. That's just telling you what you wrote, but I should be able to do this. You guys are testing all the edges. I love it. Let's try that 5 times 3 again. Give 5 times 3. Yeah. So it was parse inting behind the scenes. So the 5 times 3, that's fine. You can put that in there. But I'm just going to... what I did was 5 coins behind the scenes. Okay. I like it. I like that you guys are testing me out here. This is good. Okay, yeah, I think we're good now on the balance stuff. So that's exciting. So now we need to get to a point where we're thinking more about how do we get this. Oh, there's a good catch. Thank you for capitalizing. If I look at target username and target user, I should do target username to lowercase. That's a great catch, Kevin. Nice job. Because he capitalizes it that way. It should be used that way. When I look in the database, how is it stored? If I look at your username, Mr. Smoofy, I think everybody I do lowercase. Yeah, Mr. Smoofy right here, all lowercase. So I'm storing everybody's usernames as lowercase. So that makes sense. Okay. Cool. So we have a nice give campaign. I like that. All right, so let's get into what I really like. I'm glad you guys tested that, by the way. Was there other commands that we could talk about? We have pay table, like someone said. This probably should be maybe odds, but we can dig into that. There's also position. This is another thing that might be useful for those that haven't done a ton of gambling in their lives, but you can say position, craps. These are all the positions that you can bet on. So it's just outputting for you a list of all the things that you can bet on and how you can bet them. You can also say position roulette, and this is a list of all of the positions that you can bet on in roulette. So both of those are available now. So positions is a thing that you can check if you're not sure. Craps is a little more confusing, I think, but if you can't remember all the different ways you can bet in roulette, those are there. And then roulette, RPS, and slot. So those are all there and good. That's great. Okay, so let's get back to RPS. Yeah, but if you know craps, then you know those things. And if you don't know craps, then that's okay too. I think I'm probably going to need to have a web page with like a tutorial, like what am I betting on and how. The easiest ones are pass and field, but it's also fun to kind of experiment. So I'll have to build a page for this. I was actually shopping for domain names this morning. There is a .casino TLD, but chat.casino is taken, unfortunately. Or casino and casino.casino domains are $129 a year, and that's way more than I would want to spend on a domain name. And casino.chat, let my people gamble.com. Casino.chat, because .chat is also a TLD. It is also, I think it's $29 a year, but casino.chat was taken. So I couldn't use that. So I don't know. I was thinking about domain names, but if I'm going to keep calling this chatcino.com unfortunately is taken. So I'm toying with other things. Oh, you know another thing I wanted to do is go to the Twitters. Well, let's fix that. How do I... Oh, it's down here. I was like, how do I sign out anymore? I was thinking this might actually be fun. Yep. Yeah, if you guys want to call me, let's do it. Skip for now. Not now. Skip for now. A chatbot based casino. Skip for now. Next. Skip for now. There we go. There we go. We own the Twitter. Log out. My phone number is actually pretty easy to find online. I'm not too worried about you guys finding it. I actually had a very nice conversation with W. Giorgio this morning. We actually got together. He was working on some Airtable stuff. He asked me for some help. We got together. Happy to have a conversation if you guys are looking for it. Got another code here. 473583. And we're back in real Twitter world. Okay. So, Airtrigirl, good morning. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I was thinking it would be kind of cool to have a Twitter handle that, like, tweets out the big wins. Oh, Layla Codes, it's using Airtable. That's super cool. I wonder if I had some influence on that. She and I had a brief conversation. I have Mr. Smoothie, I saw your story. You said you have 1,000 domain names in your portfolio, and you sold one for a few thousand that you only paid the regular domain price for. That's awesome. I have a fun story. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys about domain names. This was probably 2 or 3 years ago. No, probably more than that. Probably 5 years ago. I don't even know if I still have the hat that I got from. It's probably around here somewhere. Anyway, there was a time where I wanted to completely rebrand my blog and make it make the name of the blog, because my blog right now is jeffblankenburg.com, which is easy and obvious. But I thought it'd be fun to make it intentionallyblank.com, right? It's kind of a nice play on my name, and I thought it'd be kind of fun. And I found that it was taken, and somebody had set up a page that was meant to just be like a basic page where it was marked like this page left intentionally blank, and that was it. There was nothing on it. They weren't monetizing it. They weren't using it anything, and it was just sitting there. And so, thankfully, their domain stuff happened to be like their contact information was in their domain, and so I just reached out to them and said, "Hey, would you have any interest in selling the domain name?" And the guy goes, "Well, make me an offer." And so I went through and I basically justified. I said, "You've owned this domain for 6 years, or maybe it was more than that, maybe 8 years, and you've let's assume you paid $40 a year for it, which was high, but I was trying to give him a little benefit of the doubt. But you've never monetized it; it's not worth anything, and you've never spent a lot of money on it. So what if I offer you $400 for the domain name?" And he said, "Yeah, that sounds like a great deal." So we put it in escrow. Whole thing went through the process. I owned the domain name. Literally 6 weeks later, I get a phone call from a guy who's looking to buy it. And he runs a online apparel shop. Sells like snapback hats and clothing. Nothing I would ever wear, but like seemed like a big deal. And so he didn't make me an offer, but said like, hey, I'd really like to buy this. What are you asking for it? And I said, well, we just purchased this domain name. We're looking to rebrand our company with it, like trying to pretend like we're some big entity. And he goes, well, I guess like, what's your asking price? And I said, let me talk to my board. It's just me. Let me talk to my board and we'll see what we can do. And I came back and I think I asked him for 10 grand, something ridiculous, because I really wanted to use it. But if he was willing to pay me 10 grand for it, I would most certainly have taken his money. So he came back and he goes, wow, the most I can spend on this is $4,800. And I said, whoa. So I said, let me get back to you. And I just sat on it for like 4 hours. And then I wrote him back and I said, hey, we've decided we'll take your offer, $4,800. So again, went through escrow. And so like in 6 weeks, I turned the domain name from $400 into $4,800. And because he was an apparel shop, I also made him include a couple of items from his store. I was like, can you throw in a couple of these hats too? And he's like, yeah, no problem. So it was super cool. Anyway, so I don't own that domain name anymore. And what's really funny is that he never used it, and he never used the domain name, and it's now available for like, I think it's just being squatted on. Last time I checked, it was just being squatted on. Oh, man, it would be so funny if it was just available again. Team Ultra Hal, welcome back. Good to see you. It is... yeah, it's just being sat on. Nobody's using it. It's not... It's just spinning. Oh, they do still own it. Okay. But they're definitely not using it. So that's the company. That's the company I sold it to. No, it's not available. Yeah, Dope Couture. That's the brand that bought it from me. This is the brand. Again, it's not really my thing, but it's somebody's thing. They sell all sorts of stuff, though. Let's see what's happening here. Team Ultra Hal, what are you doing here? Let's take a look. That's a pretty sweet face mask. Okay, so let's get back to this rock paper scissors business, because that's what I really want to work on. So I was in the middle, like this was right before we started the stream, and now I'm 30 minutes in. So 30 minutes I've not looked at this code. This is challenges. What I'm trying to find here, I'll explain this in a second. Okay, so I've saved that. Go ahead, Goldzilla. Good to run to the restroom. If I say RPS, it's probably going to break. You can see that I was calling get challenges, and I have one challenge. The position was paper. I was challenged by Jeff Nunn, which I guess you can't see at all. And so now I want to loop through these things. Is that my issue? That might be my issue, but there's no error. I thought it was this. What is the proper syntax for JavaScript for each? Yeah, for each with a capital E. So challenges for each. Let's do this. Maybe that's the issue. So if I come back here now and I say RPS, what are you going to say to me? Nothing? Oh, now we get some errors. Okay. Context is not defined in game.js line 68. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I didn't pass any of this information in. So we need to pass in context. Let's do this. Username, opponent, user play, opponent play. And so this all becomes opponent play, user play, nope, opponent, user play, and username. Okay, so I can just take this for a loss. I'm going to do more in here, so it's not just this simple logic, but this is where I am right now. Okay, so I think I have all my logic here. Let's see if that doesn't fix it. What are we doing wrong here? Challenges for each return challenge string. Oh, I see why. Challenge string plus equals. Because I'm returning it instead of doing this. I'm trying to aggregate a whole string of things together. Okay. RPS. You gonna return something now? No? No. Oh, because these also need returns. I don't know why I did that. Oh, are you really gonna make me do that, Kevin? I hate pluralization. I will do it. I will do it. Okay, so now we need to go back here and say for RPS, await RPS.game. Yeah, actually, I'm doing that. Await async. Why would you say object? Why am I sending a promise back? Oh, because of this. Those don't need to be asynchronous, at least not right now. Do you think that's it? Do you think that was my issue? Username is not defined. Oh, because I didn't. Goodness. And I probably also need to pass that. Oh, God, I'm just terrible. Okay, so this is going to be, we'll do these all as C values. C.fields.username, C.fields.opponent, but that's not right because these need to be switched. Because you're technically the opponent. This is after a game has been played. Oh, you know what, Kevin? I didn't start the other bots. My apologies. There you go. And then what did I say for? It's user play, opponent play. So the user play is going to be throw RPS, and the opponent play is going to be c.fields.position, like so. And this will be the same for all of them. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that's a perfect idea. Well, it's running now, so you're good. And my machine is unmuted. Okay, so one more time on this. So this is how it's going to work. It's not completely done yet, but we're getting closer. So you will be able to do, and don't do this yet. If you have the self-control, don't do this. But you say something like RPS 10, Mr. Smoofy, right? And what this does is creates a rock, paper, scissors wager against that specific person. And then when they play RPS the next time, it will auto-resolve any games that they've been challenged to. And each one is a unique role. So they're not going to, like, you can see that I played paper against Jeff Nunn. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to play paper against all of them. It just means that for that specific one I did, for every other challenge that I might have, it'll give me a new shoot, a new opportunity. And pushes happen. There's no way to like auto resolve a push. So a push will just be a push that'll still close the challenge. And so that's the last thing that I need to do is to close the challenge once these things have happened. And obviously move the money to the right play. No, Mr. Smoofy, no, it's exactly the opposite of that. If 5 people challenge you, when you say RPS, much like we do with roulette and some other things, it'll loop through all the challenges you have, creating a new play for you each individual time against each of the challenges and resolve all of them at once. That's the plan. So the thing that I'm not doing right now is I feel like I need to tweak this a little bit because I have 2 records, right? I have user, which I pass in, and then I have the opponent record. So I think what I'd rather do with these calls here is instead of passing in this stuff, I think I just want to say user and opponent. I think that's better because then that's going to let me do some other interesting things in these win and lose functions where I can take care of money situations too. Because I need to make sure that people are getting paid for their win. So if I do that, I'm doing this for each. The last thing that I need to do here is to close the game. And I think I have an end game function somewhere that does something like this. What is delete bets? Does that actually delete bets? It does delete bets. What? Erectatron 1, welcome, man. Hey, we have an entire kind of currency economy casino happening in the chat. Please join us there. For every message you post, you earn 1 coin, and you can check your balance by saying !balance. And I'm sure some of the folks in the chat will also show you how some of the games work, but you can play poker and roulette and slots with the money that you earn. So I'm glad that you're here. Airtable.endgame. That's kind of what I want. That's the more likely function for me here. is endgame. And this is setting the status to completed, except that I won't be able to do that based on what I've done so far. So I think I'm going to have to delete these records. Look at Kevin Evans. He just gave you 500 coins, Erectatron. So now you've got 501, I would bet. If you hit exclamation point balance as your command, it should tell you what your current balance is. It should be 502 when you check it. That was really nice of Kevin to give you 500 coins. 503 because you posted another message. Every time you post a message, you earn 1 more coin. So even when you gamble, like what Kevin Evans did, yes, he lost 10 coins, but he technically gained 1 because he posted a message in the chat. So have some fun with that. You can see how roulette is done there. You can also just say things like poker, P-O-K-E-R. If you put a wager, oh, I just screwed everything up. I have no idea. How did that work? It didn't actually do it, so that's weird. So I'm going to have to delete these bets. Why didn't the audio come through? Oh, Kevin, you forgot the exclamation point. So let's take a look at that, because what I need to do is then delete that bet. So is there a delete bet, just like a remove bet? Yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay, so we have a remove bet, so that's the thing that we're going to call. So for each of these challenges, at the end, we're going to say const delete bet equals await. I don't even need that. Perfect, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, Gold Zulu, here's the thing. The betting 10, to say bet 10 red, you have an open craps game. So it's going to try and apply those bets to the craps game that you already have, which is why it's trying to do craps. If you say exclamation point end game, it'll close your craps game, including returning any bets that you may have left on that table. Airtable.remove bet, and this I just want C. C? The challenge itself, yeah. Okay. That should do the thing. Oh, you know what? I was restarting the service just as you did that. Cannot read property length of undefined. Table endgame. What's up with that? On line 14. Let's see what your situation is. Do I have a game? A craps game of yours? Gold Zulu has a craps game, but it doesn't have any bets. Interesting. Okay, well we found a good situation. If active game dot fields dot bets. You guys make it so easy to like find all the errors. Okay, that should fix it. So now Gold Zulu, if you say endgame, it should fix it. I think it should fix it. All right, let's get back to our game here. There you go. So now if you say bet, it should just be like, there's no game open, or whatever. Yeah, you didn't have any bets. You can't take chips off the table if you don't have any chips on the table. Should we... There you go. Okay, so this is all working. The last piece that isn't working is I need to change this to user and opponent, and then this needs to be user.fields.username against opponent.fields.username. You guys are breaking something. I'm trying to trim a value. I'm not worried about it for right now, but there's an error there. Cashier index line 20. I'm trying to trim your wager position, which doesn't exist. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay. If I say that's great. Bet 3,000. Cannot read property to string of undefined. Well, if it's undefined, that's fine. If you don't provide me with it shouldn't even be here. Do we have an active game of roulette that I don't realize? Oh, we do. I didn't realize Gold Zulu started a game. I was like, how did that even happen? All right, well, that makes sense why that's happening. So I'm going to say if wager position equals undefined, wager position yeah, you started the game when you went and spent your your play roulette. That started the game. So, which is good. I'm glad we're doing this stuff because we're finding things. So if I say bet 100, still doesn't like that. Unexpected end of input. Line 22. Unexpected end of input. Hey W. Giorgio, good morning. Welcome back. We're working through a small bug. Kevin Evans is being so generous this morning. I love it. Yeah, he just gave you 500 coins. It's awesome. Okay, I got to get back to... I'm not sure why this is happening. I'm just going to take this line out for a second, but it's working. It's just an error. This is just like a weird, odd error case that somehow I missed. I gotcha. Well, we'll get RPS back up here in a minute. Let's finish it. So the last pieces that we need to do are, say, const record equals await. And this is where I'm going to get myself into trouble real fast. Airtable dot... No, not Airtable. Okay. Do I even need to await these? Maybe I don't need to await these. Cashier dot deposit user. Oh, I need the wager. Okay, so I've added wager to my call, so now I can say this, wager. And this will be wager. And then the odds are going to be 1 because you just get paid the amount. So we'll say user record and opponent record. And this is going to be withdraw. And that's user wager. Okay. And then down here we can do withdraw from opponent. Man, withdraw from opponent. Give you the money. And this one's going to be cashier deposit for the opponent. Withdraw user. Okay, in a perfect world, this all works now. Cannot read property fields. Oh boy. Cannot read property fields of undefined. Cashier withdraw. ATK with the subscription. Thank you, man. Let's see if I can do that quick enough. Thank you. Okay, so my error is on cashier. What am I not passing it that it wants? Withdraw, line 5. But I'm passing it the user field. Are you saying that I'm not passing you something? What am I supposed to do here? Because user JSON, nope. Oh, I see. It's the opponent that I have the issue with because I don't actually have... We'll do that inside there, and then down here I can do the same thing. So this actually doesn't become opponent. This the problem was I didn't have opponent, so this needs to be c dot fields dot username. I didn't have the opponent's record, and I think that was the issue that I was facing. So now if I say RPS, oh, I crashed the app before it even started. Where do I have an await? Oh, this is where I need to do async. I think I can get away with just doing that. Here's my challenge. Yeah, W. Georgia, I'm building 1v1 RPS with wagering. That's what I'm currently building, yeah. And I feel like I'm so close. There's just something not happening here. I didn't get any errors. But when you guys say RPS, no, not on screen, not on stream here. I don't think so. In fact, let's make sure that I close that. But no, I don't think that I've looked at that link. Okay, so what am I doing wrong now? Because I feel like if you guys say RPS, oh, I see. Without if then else. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a better way. But I'm always challenged by whether or not it's more readable. But I'll take a look at your stuff. I'm not going to do it right now, but I will. Let me click on that link and I'll save it for a rainy read. Am I deleting my bet? Is that at least working? If I go to bet. No, see, it's not deleting it either. Okay, so we have a bunch that's broken here without any errors. That's always fun. So if I go here and I say RPS, we get into my challenges. to do here? I need to make that a wait call, but it seems like we're not even getting there. Let's take a step back. Let me delete this record. And then if I say RPS now, what do I get? See, if I don't have any challenges, is that the issue? I had this designed so that you guys could still play all the time. There we go. So that's just the normal RPS. That's there and working. There's no wagering with that stuff. You can just say RPS and it'll just play something. What I need to figure out is... Does that get me what I want? Now I need to do RPS 10 JB none. Did I do something to my balance accidentally? User. Appears my bugs blew some things up. So, okay, let's try this again. RPS 10 JB none. Okay, then I'm going to go change that so that if I look at my bet table, this is actually going to be me. I'll be the challenger, and he will be the, I guess he's the challenger, and I'm the, where did he go? There he is. Okay, so you can see he played rock. That's what the chat says here. Rock, paper, scissors, battle. Jeff Blankenburg challenged Jeff Nunn for 10 coins and threw rock. And so then when I come in and I say RPS now, because I switched the challengers, I get no error whatsoever. How is that even possible? Okay, fine. Don't you put up a fight. I'm gonna fight you. For var I equals 0. We'll do it the old school way. I is less than challenges dot length I plus plus. I was trying to use fancy syntax, but if you don't want to play nicely, I'm not going to play nicely. That's just as easy as that. Okay, so now I know all this will work. So we can say, instead of C, this is going to be challenges I. And we're going to do that a bunch. Anywhere I see a C, I need challenges I. So dumb. But I'm willing to fight with something that I mostly understand for a while. But if you're going to continue to fight me, then I'm going to go to the thing that I can rely on. So the thing that I wanted in here in Airtable was remove bet. And do I pass in the whole bet object? So bet, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I'm doing that right. Let's... What's your challenge? Unexpected token. How about that? That better? Okay. RPS. C is not defined because I didn't get rid of all of them. Line 42.
Oh, wow. That was a great, inspiring legend that you made up.
That's a good one. RPS. Yeah, see, I played Rock against JB Nunn's Rock for a push. Cool. Well, that would have been great if it worked. Did it actually delete the record? It deleted the record. That's so great. Okay, so... okay. Fine. If you guys want to try it, you could try it. You can do commands like... I'll do it with Kevin Evans here. RPS 10 Kevin Evans. So Kevin Evans, you should be able to just say RPS. The Chatsino has never earned any coins. We'd have to get some coins first. So Kevin Evans, go ahead and type RPS, and let's see if you can take on me and Mr. Smoofy. Wah wah. Wager is not defined. On line 77. It's not called wager, is it? It's called amount. No, it's called wager. Well, why did it work when you said 20? But it didn't work the other time. Wager is not defined on line 77. On line 77, this is where we're... Oh, because I did... Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, so now, let's go back. So now if we do What's also cool about this is a trap, because it's designed specifically. So if I say RPS 100 Kevin Evans, oh, I blew up my balance again. Did I ruin everybody's balance? Kevin and I, we blew up our balances. I don't remember what you had, but we're going to give you like 3,000. I think is what you had. So RPS 100 Kevin Evans. So Kevin, if you accept my challenge, just say RPS. That should. I realized I'm like staring down the whole time I'm doing the stream today. That should do it. That should let you play me for that 100 credits. Now, there was a lot of hidden work that had to go on behind the scenes, which I'll show you guys in just a second. I want to see Kevin's thing work. So, played scissors. I also played scissors, so it's a push. There is always that chance that there will be a push. Turns out it's about 1 in 3. Approximately 1 in 3 chance that it'll be a push. But what's neat about this is that I'm actually locking up your money. And if I go to balance, I want to see what the balance command, I think I fixed this to do this specific thing. Yeah, check this out. Okay, so go ahead, Kevin. Give me a test. Go give me a balance check. So check your balance. And then I'm going to show you something cool that this system is doing behind the scenes. Okay, you have 3,003, so check this out. I'm going to do RPS 100 Kevin Evans. And it announces our thing. Now, check your balance again. Don't play the game, just check your balance. Do you see how your balance went down by 100? What I'm actually doing is putting your money in escrow when a challenge is made against you. So there's the distinct possibility that someone could lock up all of your currency. But what it's supposed to say, and this is something I need to check, total amount wagered. Oh, I'm going to have to fix this up a little bit. So I did it originally where it was just bets you had made. This is a brand new thing that I've just added. It was a bit of a sinister smile. It's not that I'm excited about it. I just think it's kind of neat because here's my fear. That you make a wager or like somebody challenges you, because I check and make sure that you also have enough money. It's not just that I have enough money, you have to also have enough money for me to make that wager. And so I'm checking both of those balances, and my fear is, what if I say RPS 100 and he only has 100 coins, and then he goes and plays poker and loses it all, and then he does the RPS and loses the 100, he would end up in the negative, which I don't want to be possible. So because of that, I have to escrow the money. I'm not really escrowing it. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here instead. I have a bunch of properties on my user. one of which is available funds. So you can see that this available funds column is actually the amount of money you have available to you. Why did that not work? Oh, it just was slow. Okay, I was like, man, that didn't, that should have worked just fine. Okay, so you can see that I have this available funds column. This function is actually taking into consideration all of the bets you've placed in a game like roulette or craps or whatever, and it's totaling that up. So this is all of the current wagers that you currently have. And then I also have this challenged amount, and this is the amount that you've been challenged. And so what I really need to do is combine all of this stuff. No, I'm not going to combine it. I'm just going to call them out separately. So all the data exists. It's just a matter of me telling you about it. So if let's do this. If I'm adding too much logic here, this is going to have to end up in its own thing. If user.fields.challenges, no, challenged amount is greater than 0, then balance string plus equals and this is you currently have user.fields.challenges.length challenges totaling user.fields.challenged amount coins. All right. I think that will do. So now, for those of you that have a challenge outstanding on your account, you should be able to say balance and see I have 99903 coins available. But if I open a game of craps, which I don't currently have open, I don't think. I already have an active game, so I can say bet 10 on the pass line. Oh, because we have that open roulette game. Bet 10 red. By the way, if you guys didn't know, a long time ago, Gold Zulu started a group roulette game. I need to do a better job of announcing that. I think I'm going to have to do some sound effects for that as well. But if you guys would like to wager on that group craps game, it's available. I got to do some individual bets, right? Take a shot at winning big. Bet 100 on 4. 4 is my number. ATK's getting in the mix. Mr. Smoofy. Take another 30 seconds here to give you guys an opportunity to bet. And once all your bets are locked in, we'll do another one. Bet 100 on 22. All right. Looks like it's slowed down, so I'm gonna say no more bets, and I'm announcing no more bets. Last chance, 5 seconds if you'd like to add another bet. 5, 4. I know there's a delay, that's why I'm going slow. 3, 2, 1. No more bets. Here we go. 2,000 coins wagered. That's amazing. 6 was the result. Did anybody win big? Looks like we had, do we have any winners at all? Well, there was a lot of red bets and it was black. And it was 6. What? Wait, Gold Zulu. Why didn't you win there? And Mr. Smoofy bet black and lost. How is that possible? I am very... This casino's rigged. I'm very confused by how those could have all lost. 6 was the result of the spin. Black, even, bottom, and low. Black... Why would black lose? Well, okay, we're going to stop the casino just for a second. And we're going to go npm run test. Make sure all my tests are still passing. Well, they're not. I had 1 test fail. 11 is not valid. For what? In Cashier. I wonder why that test is failing, but that's not even our issue. Let's go look at the roulette evaluator tests. Gold Zulu, I'll get you back. I'll make sure things are squared up properly. So, well, let's look at that cashier test first. Oh, I see. Well, cashier is valid wager. And the oh, I see what I did. I changed some things for my test. That's where the issue was. So this let's fix this cashier test first, which is now I'm looking at when I call is valid wager, I pass in user and wager, and I'm only looking at available funds. So I changed some things. That was when I made that change. I forgot to fix my test. Available funds equals 10. Then I don't even need to care about currency ever. Their available funds are 10. Now let's run those tests again. Make sure that all my my tests are working. That should work, yeah. Okay. Now let's go look at my roulette tests and see why this isn't working. Because it says my tests are passing. What if I just say just roulette evaluator dot test dot js. Will this show me the result of each one? Yeah, okay. So I want to make sure that all these are running properly. We rolled a 6, so 1, 3, 5. It's going through these So 6 returns black, 6 returns even. So it's running the test, right? We are checking to make sure that the evaluator is actually returning even. So let's now look at the play game for roulette. Oh man, this is some old code actually. Roulette play. So when I say no more bets, I'm saying roulette that play. Okay, so I was looking in the wrong file. So in here, we call the evaluator. We get all the bets. For each bet, we go through and we basically say, this seems like the broken part. Okay, so we say play the game. We're looping through all the things, and we say and 1 if the odds are greater than 0, but get odds. This doesn't feel right at all. Const wager position equals eval, and we're gonna do, oh wow, yeah, this is really old. I guess I fixed the like normal roulette, but not this one. Okay, so I should be able to just say this, position dot, and then this becomes the bet position. Let wager position equal, if not wager position, which means it's a number, then wager position equals eval. We drop an underscore right there. That should do it. Okay, so now we have those things. Now I should just be able to say if what do we call that? Evaluation. Yeah, I had to stop the casino for a second, guys, just to get this figured out. Dot includes wager position. Then this is my win condition. We should just be able to do this. And 1 Okay, I'm feeling better about this now. Else, and then all this can go away. But I need one more thing, which is bets. No. Wager position dot fields dot. No, it's not that. Wager position. It's not rigged. It's like that. All right, we're gonna try and go back and see if we can fix our casino issue. So I'm gonna go back to our game that we played just a moment ago, and I'm gonna mark it as in progress again. And we're just gonna run that game again, the same game, the one we had it just a moment ago. And we're gonna say no more bets. I have to start the casino, huh? Imagine that. Run dev. No more bets. Evaluation. I always do the wrong one. Contains. I can never remember which one it is. What? Oh, because it's not evaluation.win.contains. And I think it is includes. No more bets. Unexpected number. Roulette play on line 37. Okay, let's do these in the opposite order. Odds is not defined. What are you talking about? If I look at the roulette evaluator, no, not roulette evaluator, I want position. They all have odds. Oh, it's not that, it's this. No more bets. Still getting that same error. Play 38. Unexpected number. I don't know what that means. Unexpected number on line 38, but I shouldn't be getting there with the number. I see, okay. Because, for one, the outcome so for each of the bets, we have a position. Some of them are numbers, some of them are... Let's try one more thing. How do you like me now? Kelly 28, thank you. Oh my gosh, I think we did it. Did we get some winners? I think we got some winners that time. There was still a lot of losing because we bet a lot on red. But you guys can see that now this time we spun 13. I also noticed that W. Giorgio made a bet on 00 and it took it. That's interesting. So it looks like it's working now. I had a little bit of rework to do there. I bet on red, I bet on 4, I bet on 22. I lost on everything. Okay, so that's fixed. I don't know why that was broken, but that's fixed now. What's the command to take my money off the table? I don't think that there is. I mean, I started one, but I don't think I finished it. So the command is, it's not going to work, especially because there isn't anything on the table right now. But I had this clear bet. And I say, I had this like pit boss, like pit boss doesn't even exist anymore. So I have this clear bet. And this should be, yeah, this was your previous bet. So now that game is closed, and it will not, like, if we try to run the game again, if we try to run no more bets, it should say, no, there's no game. Yeah, there aren't any games for my craps game. That's just for my personal craps game. So, yeah, so your money is, there is no 00 on this table. Unfortunately, W. Giorgio, sorry. Want to make sure I'm making everyone whole. Oh, the user you indicated. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Give gold Zulu. There you go. But I'm with you on the Mr. Smoofy. I'm with you on the question of like, how do I remove my bets? Because there are times where you want to be able to clear your bets off the table. So let's do that. By the way, the rock paper scissors is now totally working, I think. So if you want to challenge each other to a game of rock paper scissors, you can do that. But I will also now need to. What was I just going to do? I was going to do the clear bets. So if I look at this, I have this thing where I say if there's an active game. Yeah, I think this is probably safe to run now. So if you say, let's just make it clear bets. And then I'm going to go to table.clearBet with the active game for a specific user. So this needs to be game, and this needs to be user. And I actually don't need any of this. Like, we're going to do this clear bet. And I don't need any of this because you're not doing any of that. And then I'm going to say const bets equals. Wow, look at that. Gold Zulu. You said slots and then exclamation point 27 locked in us? Oh, I think you factorialized it. I think it's treating that like factorial. Oh, in the wrong place. But it doesn't look like you actually lost the money, right? Locked in us? It's not actually... What is it actually doing to you there when you pass it? Well, let's see what happens. Let's go write a test for this. So this is the... what were you doing it against? It doesn't really... Actually, I have the cashier one. That's the one I want to test. Cashier test. And we'll say is valid wager. And we're going to say... I would like exclamation point 27 to not be a valid bet. But I think it's going to be a valid bet. Guys, I'm gonna close the casino again for a little second so we can run some tests. Yeah, I just stopped the casino, everybody. Cashier test worked. It doesn't think 27 is a valid bet. What if it's a string like this? No, I really appreciate the weird test cases. You guys make this really interesting and fun. Cashier still passing. So you're passing in exclamation point 27. That should not happen. I don't even know how that's possible. Yeah, it probably should do that. Just one that's monitoring. Well, the thing is that my test against that wager machine. Oh, I wonder if what game did you do it for? I wonder if that's the issue. If I go look at, for example, poker. Yeah, I'm using the cashier.isValidWager. That's great. And then if I look at roulette, if cashier is valid wager, I'm using that. And slots, if cashier.isValidWager. So yeah, so I'm using the same function for all of them. And my function is telling me see, I'm parse inting the value there. What am I doing on poker game? Let wager equal parse int, and then what am I doing on roulette? That's so crazy. I'm just going to drop this in here just to see what happens. So if I do... I already have it there. All right. Let's fire the casino back up and see if... Alexa, what is 27 factorial?
27 factorial is 10 octillion 888 septillion 869 sextillion 450 quintillion 418 quadrillion 352 trillion 160 billion.
Stop. So it's not treating it as a factorial. That's a much bigger number. Now I don't know what it's treating it as. Exclamation point 27. I wonder if I just don't parse. Because now my... that's poker. That's slots. Because my validator is good enough, I wonder if it's the parse int that's the problem. So if I say poker, exclamation point 27. Okay, so me parse inting it was actually the issue. It looks like that is solved. I don't know what it's doing with exclamation point 27, but it somehow thinks that that is a much larger integer. I would have expected it to be factorial. Is there some other conversion than an exclamation point? How does change JavaScript integer value? Or is using in... Could that also be like not 27? I don't... We gotta play with this. We gotta figure this out, because this is really... 27 plus 5. Now, see, now I'm not trimming off the plus 5. Okay, we're gonna try this another way. Because I really want to parse int that. I want to do my best effort to give you an opportunity to type a number. But if it returns not a number, that's great. I've got that covered. But it wasn't handling that. At least not that way. Right now, if I say poker exclamation point 27. Right. That's a crazy bit of interesting logic that I had not anticipated. Yeah, I agree, Goldzulu. Like, we need to figure that out, but it could just be a random number generator. Poker, exclamation point 27. That should bet 27 now. Why is it not betting 27? Because if I get rid of the... I think maybe there's a way I can do this. $33 times 50 times 55. What's that, Locked-in-Os? I think I can do this right here. So well, this is a good one. But it was also not working. Did you notice that? Like when you were able to pull that off, it was making a bunch of big numbers, but it wasn't actually giving you that money or taking away that money. I'm going to try just slapping all the things on this and see what happens. It said it was, but I don't think it actually was. Were you getting that value? Poker, exclamation point 27. running out of time here, too. I still have some interesting work to do here. Roulette. I mean, I guess it looks like it's working, but that's still quite a surprise. That I'm going to need to go dig in and figure out if there's a better way for me to ensure that I get a number. Yeah, Gold Zulu, if you don't provide a wager, I actually don't know why the Alexa symbols did that for you. It automatically bets half for you. If you don't provide a value, I want to go back and look at that message. What did that look like? Orange Bell. Yeah, this is the message that I received. I wonder why it thought that was okay. Oh, because I'm parse-inting it. So locked and Os, the way this is designed, and this is on purpose, if you don't specify a bet, it automatically bets half your balance. That's to make it a little fun. So slots 2, but what's interesting is that it should see that 2 and say it's not a valid bet. It's because of the parse-int. Yeah, basically if your number, so I think we're getting closer. So what I'm saying here is if number is not a number, if your wager is not a number, then your wager is half of your coins. Yeah, that's right there. That's what was happening. So it wasn't actually broken at all. It was working as expected, I guess. Yeah, this line right here is exactly why that happened. If your bet is not a number, then your bet is half of your coins. Do I do that in poker? Yeah, I do the same thing. And for roulette, I don't think I can because you have to provide a position too. Yeah, okay. So I'm comfortable with that then. It was just such an exorbitant number that I was surprised that was happening. But it was actually, it was working as expected. That's good. I feel better. All right. Paid some reparations there. Yeah, so it looks like things are still working as expected, which is good. I thought that I had written a really solid validation. And it is working. It was just that we were taking half of your coins if you give me garbage as your wager. W. Giorgio had challenged you, Gold Zulu. You had one challenge against you, and you beat him. Nice work. So, yeah, those challenges will hang out. So you can challenge people even if they're not here, and they can always just check their balance and see if they have any challenges awaiting them. Okay. Feeling pretty good about this, but I need to fix that typo. That's going to bug me. Index. You currently. And then we were working on a bunch of other stuff. That's good. We didn't get to this, but that's okay. I'll turn that functionality off so we don't break anything. W. Giorgio. You have 0 coins? Oh, you blew them out? Give W. Giorgio. No, I can't do it there. Yeah, once they get blown out, everything's ruined. It actually looks like my rock, paper, scissors is not working. Because it's giving you an undefined number of coins. I kind of need to go, but I'd love to know why that's happening. Cashier deposit. I take your currency, your current currency, and I add the wager times the odds. That makes sense. Oh, I think we can do this the proper way now also, which is good. So that's an async function. These are going to be async functions. These are going to be awaits. And then that means these can be awaits. Watch the house total grow? That's interesting, actually. How much money has been lost in the casino? But then we should also remove it when people win, right? Yeah, the trick with that, and this is one of the things that's in my notes, is all game outcomes should be recorded. This is in my to-do list. I'm not currently doing this. You saw that I'm deleting some records here and there. In order for me to do that effectively, I would need to basically keep a master list of all of the bets that have ever happened. Either that or I would need to make another Airtable call every time, and I feel like I try to avoid those as much as possible. So, well, we got through a lot, but now we have, yeah, I'm going to go raid Jeff Nunn. I think that's a great idea. But now we should have the ability to play competitive. Dr. Frantic Frost, what a cool name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. There's a casino running in the background. If you participate in chat, you earn a coin every time you post a message, so at least post like a hi. Give yourself 1 coin, and then you'll be amazed how many other people will just donate money to you, and you can participate in our little economy. So thank you for the follow. All right, we're going to go raid a channel. And that channel is going to be, whenever this page loads... Holy cow, W. Giorgio. How does Kevin Evans feel about that? Is Jeff Nunn, he's on the Alexa channel right now? All right, we're going to raid him. Let's go see Jeff Nunn. He's over on the Amazon Alexa channel right now. And we'll send him some people. So we'll say that. We'll say start raid. And get you guys all queued up. Hit the ready to raid button. The casino is running there too. So just get in there and start making a bunch of bets and stuff and get after it. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all again on Monday. Take care.
Jeff Blankenburg is raiding us. Oh my goodness, we're getting raided. All sorts of people, Mr. Spoofy, W. Giorgio, Cold Zulu, ATK, Kevin Evans. What's up, Kevin? Jeff Blankenburg. And they're still playing. They've been having so much fun on Jeff's channel playing this virtual casino. Mute this. And it's killing me because I don't have time to watch it, and I am a roulette nerd. I love roulette, and I can't wait for Jeff to finish this. So if you're not following Jeff Blankenburg, give him a follow. If you like casinos, it's worth it alone. But he does lots of good stuff with Alexa skills development. He's kind of like me. He learns it. He doesn't really go out and learn it and then teach you. He learns it on the fly, which I think is really fun to see how real programmers or real developers learn and get stuck. And it's really fun to watch Jeff get stuck too. He keeps his temperament low. I think if I got into some of the bugs he gets into, I would flip tables, but I don't know how he does it. Locked in Oz. Hello again. Casinos are cool. I wonder if can I play this here? Let's see this. Slots. Poker. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna follow ATK. Poker 181. What happens? I bet 181 and I won money already. I won some Chatino coins. I'm not sure what Jeff calls those. Kevin Evans gave me money? What? They're doing some fun stuff on that channel. That's really funny. Who else did we get in here? Trade Last is here. What's happening, Trade Last? Giorgio is rich. I like it. Jeff's got the suits on there, so you can see the suits of the cards. Wow. Trade Last has a lot. Either Trade Last has a lot of coins, 101,000, or W. Giorgio does. I'm just gonna sit here and we're gonna play casino instead of playing with this demo. So if you're joining us late, we are playing with a demo called, or we're playing with a new service called AWS IoT Sitewise, which went GA on July 9th. So it's available now, and it lets you collect metrics from your IoT devices. All sorts of metrics, organize them, catalog them, and search them. So it probably is not appropriate for the casino. It might be good for the casino. I bet you Blankenburg can figure out a way to use Sitewise to store some of this poker data, but he's got his own good database going. But that's what we're doing today. We just built a demo. It took 3 minutes to create, so you raiders gave us a good diversion. So thank you. Thank you for those gift coins, too. That's fun. All right, so I don't know what to do next. Let's see. We waited 3 minutes. Oops, we've done this part. Let's go back here. We've rated. We've been rated, and we waited 3 minutes. And we want to go to Assets, Demo Turbine. So what this demo did